So I've had this thought for like a week or so, and I've been waiting for the right day to go about this exercise. But I think today's the day, Dion. I think we're going to kick people's week off the right way, you and I, and come up with our college basketball excitement rankings for next season. We could go about this a couple ways. We could basically go through our favorite teams and like assign a numeric excitement value to them, or we could just spit out a top 10 or 15 or 20, however many we want, of the most exciting teams in college basketball. You guide me on how we should do this.
I kind of like the top 10 most exciting teams in college basketball, or even top 25.
I'm good with that. Why don't we let's just start ranking and see how far we get and how far we want to go. But I guess we'll start at the top. Who is the most exciting college basketball team next season? There's only one answer in my mind.
BYU.
It's got to be BYU, right?
Gotta be BYU.
Yeah, like just the mix of intrigue between like will it work with the Bansa? Rob Wright is a genuinely awesomely fun player. They've got like seven guys who dunk everything. They've got fun international players. They still have like the fun white productive dude, Richie Saunders. And there's like a whole aura to Kevin Young right now. I think they are unquestionably number one.
Yeah, I don't think you could have anyone at one that isn't named KY.
KYU, as Devin Booker says, KYU. All right, then I think the board opens up a little bit. I mean, respectfully to other teams that are coming to your mind as a listener right now, I feel like this is sort of the Cooper Flag draft. Like Cooper Flag's off the board. Is there a Dylan Harper? I don't know. Who do you think the second team should be here?
I am extremely intrigued by Arizona. I think they're extremely exciting because I think they have a phenomenal roster. But the excitement comes from I think Arizona could win the national championship. I think it could blow up in their face too.
Just with the youth, or what's the blow up in their face?
There's a lot of youth in my opinion. I don't know. I like Koa Pete. I don't know that I think Koa Pete's better than Carter Bryant. And then also you're mixing youth with like they have some internationals coming in too. Visar is gone as well. Like I think there is an element of like, will it all gel together?
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. My only pushback on why I may not want them second is that I don't find Jaden Bradley particularly exciting, and he's the point guard here. But I don't. I feel like we could nitpick any team we come up with like this player's not exciting enough. I am definitely excited about the freshman group, and LeBron will be courtside because Bryce plays there now. And Dwayne Aristote is probably one of my most exciting freshmen in the country. So this feels fair.
I do want to say I'll be monitoring how many games Bronny goes to in comparison to Braun, and I'm keeping a track.
Of course you are. All right, I'm fine with Arizona too, actually. Um, you're doing a good job leading this right now. I'm throwing it back to you. Where do we go next?
So for three, I think we have a couple of options, and I'll leave the answer of the couple of options up to you. I think Michigan should be in this grouping. Yaxel and Cadeau is like I told this to Cart a few weeks ago. I'm kind of drinking all the Dusty May like Kool-Aid, as the kids say at the moment, and I have like convinced myself he can fix Elliott. So like there is an element of that to it. Plus, I think Yaxel's just his play style to me is the most exciting play style anybody can have in the sport. UConn at two. Hurley is gonna be absolutely electric this year. And then the third team I was thinking of is Florida, for the same reasons as Arizona. I mean, this could completely blow up in front of them.
All right. I think Michigan, UConn, Florida were all teams that belong in my tentative top 10 list. So let's table all of them right now. I want to add a few more to this group and then we can sift through it. I
Okay.
think St. John's is on the list because of the potential for chaos. How many different talented players did Rick Pitino bring in? And like, you just know Rick Pitino is going to be either talking about how he wants to off himself and or like, I don't know, weird press conferences are going to happen with this team. Um, let me throw out a couple. I'm just going to kind of run through teams I think could belong, and we can pile them all in a group and then sift through them. But I like BYU and Arizona at one and two. Duke could be here. Like, what do they do after last year? The Boozers dynamic is really interesting. Isaiah Evans is an objectively very exciting player if he's like the lead featured scorer. So I'll throw them there. I'm gonna say two or three more, and then I'll throw it back to you. Houston and Purdue. I don't know if they belong on this list or not. They're definitely the two best teams. I think Houston has probably a better argument for being exciting because of the unknown with Sanak. Um, but if you want to convince me, like the Omer Mayer edition makes Purdue really exciting, and just the concept of can these three seniors do it, I'm very excited by that as well. I think they're in the mix. Texas Tech with Christian Anderson. If he emerges as this stud, it's one of the more exciting, fun teams in the country with JT Toppin down low. And then I think we obligatory have to mention Kentucky and Illinois. Like their intrigue there. There's one more I can't believe I haven't mentioned yet. Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville with their backcourt is like as exciting as it gets. So that's my whole nomination group. Where should we go?
Can I nominate Michigan State too? I mean, if Cohen Carr is playing 35 minutes a game,
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair.
I think he's probably the most exciting player in the country. Um, I don't have Duke on the list, and I'm a Brotherhood member. Those are
Whoa.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Boozer family. They do a lot of winning, not very exciting when they do it. So I think Duke fans are gonna love this Duke team, and I think Duke's gonna run away with the ACC. And I think Duke should be in the conversation with Houston and Purdue, UConn as like a national championship favorite. But it's not gonna be like in a manner that like you're super tapped into. The Boozers just win. I mean, it was like even when I think about the AJ DeBanta Boozer matchup, well, like almost a year ago now. And AJ had like 35, Cam had 40 and 20. And no one was talking about the 40 and 20 because AJ's 35 was just more exciting.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York. Well,
Bang.
that's New Jersey.
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video. Okay, but that might just be, maybe this is what it is, but it's like League Pass, right? Like, is Duke on our League Pass rankings? No. But does that disqualify them from the excitement rankings? I don't know. The only pushback I have majorly to that, I'm fine with calling the Boozers boring. They're brothers, and I love a sibling duo. And then two, Isaiah Evans is like a top five exciting player in the sport, isn't he?
Yeah, I think I would have them lower on the list,
Okay.
maybe like in that 9, 10 range, or they would be honorable mention. But I think outside Dame Sarr is super intriguing, but like if he doesn't start.
The more you name these players, the more exciting I'm getting. Like, this is a fun group.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the more I think about it, because it's like you got Patrick Ngangba too, just like
Yeah,
step
Big
into it, just
Pat.
blocks everything. All right, Duke's at 3 now.
The only non-exciting part is Caleb Foster, but like every other position is like total. I want to know what's going to happen with that dude.
I almost think though, like I almost think, and I don't want to speak for the Brotherhood, but I'm about to. I almost think we don't want to be on the list though, because we were at the top of the list last year, and I think this is the year where it's like, cool, let's fly under the radar and just coast to
Let's
the next.
step back a little. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. All right, so let's table Duke. As we go through these, I think Louisville would be my answer for number three.
I agree, especially because I think they have the most like who is gonna start and like what's gonna happen. Plus, throwing the L's up, special. There's nothing more exciting than doing the L stuff.
It's objectively a really fun brand of basketball as well. So yeah, I'm in on that. One other nominee we didn't mention, but I feel obligated to. Does Auburn make this solely because Tahad Pettiford is back?
I got so many hot takes on this Auburn team.
You don't like it?
I'm not a fan of Keyshawn Hall.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the big picture either, but to me, Pettiford could basically be like Carson Edwards 2.0 this year.
I,
But
I think everyone else is so bad that Tahad's just going to get doubled the whole game, and it's going to be really boring.
okay, you've talked me out of Auburn on the exciting rankings. So, all right, back to the list. BYU 1, Arizona 2, Louisville 3. In our mix, we had Michigan, UConn, Florida, St. John's, Duke, Michigan State, Kentucky, Illinois, Purdue, Houston.
I like Illinois. I like Illinois.
Give me the Illinois is exciting pitch.
The Illinois is exciting because if you are a fan of basketball, right, like just the global aspect of it, this is very much so has the world caught up to like the US in terms of basketball. If Illinois isn't like phenomenal, it's really, really hard for me to hear those arguments after that. And if Illinois is phenomenal, I'll tell you this, if Illinois is phenomenal, putting together what they're going to start two ex-professional basketball players and Paige's kid, who's the son of a professional basketball player. That brand, if it gels, there's going to be no better offense in the country to watch play.
That's fair. I mean, I think even at their worst last year, Illinois was pretty much must-see television for me. So I'm okay with this. Let's put Illinois at 4 on our exciting rankings. You had UConn pretty high. I could see the pitch for UConn at 5. But it's largely dependent on their guards actually being really fun. But I think they will be. Demery's pretty fun.
I think Demery and Mullins will be fun. Solo is just, I mean, watching Solo like shoot is some of the purest form of like basketball I think you can watch. His form is beautiful.
And I think the pitch on like Hurley redemption is actually very exciting to think about. So I'm in on that. May I interest you at all in Donovan Dent's UCLA team cracking this list?
I think Donovan, if we did top 10 players, Donovan Dent's right at the top.
But not the team. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't trust UCLA.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so BYU, Arizona, Louisville, Illinois, UConn is our top 5. I want to get 5 more on the list. Michigan, Florida, St. John's, Duke, Houston, Purdue are probably our top available right now. Kentucky as well.
I was going to put Kentucky here because, I mean, Mark Pope's offensive style is genuinely exciting to watch. And now I think they have not, I think they have more talent than they had last year.
This is true. This is true. Why can't I get there?
Are you still in the camp of not sure what's going to happen with JQ?
I think I need to know that JQ is like day one ready, playing 30 minutes a game for me to buy that this team is like super fun, exciting watch.
I think that's why I have them at 6 because I think I bought into the JQ will be good to go in
Okay.
November.
Then I'm in. All right, Kentucky at 6. If we're putting Kentucky at 6, can I put Michigan at 7?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is lower than I would put them. Obviously, I'm a Michigan fan, but they got a Cadeau ding on this for me. If Cadeau wasn't here, I think this team would, I'd argue they're like number 1 on the list for me.
Oddly enough, Cadeau is why I have them in the top 10 because that's going to be the most polarizing thing maybe in college basketball history. Because if Dusty really does figure it out, like high school Elliott was phenomenal.
This is true. At 8, I insist on St. John's. I think we're letting them slide too far. So they're going to be in. You heard my pitch already. We need 2 more. Who do you want?
I want Purdue on the list, not because I genuinely believe they're going to be exciting. I think Purdue falls really into the Duke category of like, I think they're just going to like dominate you, beat you on both ends of the floor, play the game harder. However, the difference between Duke and Purdue to me, Duke's going to take a second to figure it out. And I think Duke takes a loss or two early. I think there's a world we're looking at a Purdue team that's undefeated late January. And nothing's more exciting than the possibility of a team running the table.
So I was going to push back on this hard for a second. Like I'm okay with Purdue in the mix. Obviously, I nominated them. But as you're talking through it, I was just closing my eyes and I'm like, okay, it's mid-February, Thursday night. On ESPN, I got Duke, Miami. On ESPN2, I got Purdue, Northwestern. Which one am I actually like fired up to watch? Purdue win by 35 in a clinical, just methodical, boring way, Or Duke in like a, whoa, I wonder if Cam Boozer's going to get a triple double tonight. Now, maybe Braden would do that too. I love Purdue basketball. But it's just, I think non Purdue fans are going to listen to this and be like, how could Purdue be in the top 10 here? But you've sold me on that pitch exactly. The pitch of if this team is chasing something historically special, that makes their whole season arc extremely exciting. So I'm okay with that.
We're also it's our last year of Braden Smith. I think that should factor into it too. Like I also
True.
feel that way about Milos Uzan. Like that's why I'd have Houston on the list too. Like we're getting the senior years of like players that are phenomenal, and I think missing out on that is that's exciting in its own right.
Purdue is at 9, at 10. The names we floated are Florida, Duke, Houston, Texas Tech. I'll let you make the final call.
I think the honest answer is probably Florida.
You think?
Back to back, right? Like until it's clear Florida won't go back to back, then the idea of them going back to back is exciting.
Back to back and just Boogie Xavier together is, yeah, that's pretty exciting. Okay. All right. I feel good about this list. Our honorable mentions, I guess, would be Houston, Texas Tech, and Duke. There's probably others we didn't even mention, but that feels like a good list. So 1 to 10. 10 most exciting teams in college basketball next year. Number 1, BYU. Number 2, Arizona. Number 3, Louisville. Number 4, Illinois. Number 5, UConn. 6, Kentucky. 7, Michigan. 8, St. John's. 9, Purdue. 10, Florida. As I read that back, we probably should have put BYU at like 1, 2, and 3.
Probably. I mean, honestly, BYU is way like 10 times the most exciting team.
Just so much more exciting than the whole rest of the list combined.
By the way, shout out AJ DePanza. That's the DePanza effect.